Okay, good morning to all. Today's topic is in unit number 2, Smart Grid Technology, and in which we have to need the concept of vehicle to grid system. And this system is totally based on smart electric vehicles. Now, in this topic, we have to explain exact concept of vehicle to grid system. Also, in which vehicle to grid system is a concept of bidirectional flow. That means electrical energy between vehicle to grid system. Also, this concept is known as integration of electrical vehicles, and these electric vehicles are connected with the help of power grid, and this whole system is called as vehicle to grid system. Now, in this V2G concept, in which we have to use renewable energy sources, and this is the source of renewable energy sources. Now, in which we have to need charging station, and this charging station are used to charge vehicle and discharge the vehicle. Now, this whole concept is known as vehicle to grid system. Okay. Now, also in which we have to need, this is the components using vehicle to grid system. Also, this concept is called as power flow of the vehicle to grid system. Now, this is the exact construction diagram using vehicle system, and this vehicle system can be connected with the help of grid system. For example, we have to consider smart meter. Okay, now this is the smart meter, and in unit number 1, also unit number 2, we have to explain the concept of smart meter to measure the power like voltage and current with the help of smart meter. Also, this smart meter is connected to the charging connector. This is the charging connector, and this is the total electric vehicle. And this is the total electric vehicle system is connected to the smart meter. Also, in which this smart meter is connected to the charging location, and also in which we have to use transmission line. That means transmit the power from one place to another place. Also, in which we have to use transformer, and this transformer is like step down transformer, and in which the output voltage is less than input voltage, but the main function of converter is convert AC voltage into DC, and this is the source of vehicle to grid system. And also in which we have to use 4 energy sources like wind energy, solar energy, hydro energy, and nuclear energy, and this is the converter are connected in parallel to the energy sources. Now, this whole system can be supply power to the grid system, okay, with the help of smart meter, and this smart meter is connected to the hybrid electric vehicles or plug-in electric vehicles, and both are connected with the help of smart meter and charging connector. Now, this is the exact concept of vehicle to grid system, and it is also called as components of the vehicle to grid system. Okay. Now, this is the exact working diagram using vehicle to grid system. Now, in which we have to use AC supply. Okay, that means this is the AC supply, but so many harmonics are present in AC supply, and these harmonics can be replaced with the help of filter, and this is called as AC filter. And AC filter remove the harmonics, and this sine wave can be converted in the pure sine wave. Okay, and then finally, in which we have to use bidirectional power flow converter that converts AC to DC, but in vehicle to grid system we have to require DC supply. Okay, then this converter convert AC to DC. Okay, then also this converter also convert DC to DC, and finally this output is going to the vehicle system. Now this is the concept of vehicle to grid integration concept, and this concept developed by Willett Compton in Delaware University, and this is the first electric vehicles developed in USA. Okay, now this is the exact concept of vehicle to grid system with the help of power flow system. Now in which this is the arrow indicates right hand side is called as unidirectional power flow, and both indicator indicates bidirectional power flow. That means power flow from both sides. Unidirectional flow means power flow from one side. And this is the exact circuit diagram using vehicle to grid system from grid to vehicle. The next point is vehicle to grid system requirement, in which we have to need different energy sources like nuclear power plant, hydropower plant, then thermal power plant, and wind energy. These are the energy sources using vehicle to grid system. Also require independent system operator. Then also require charging infrastructure and different locations. Also in which we have to require communication between plug-in hybrid vehicles and grid system. That means in which we have to require two-way electrical energy power flow communication between vehicle to grid system. Then also require smart meter, that is called as intelligent smart meter, and also require control. That means in which we have to use intelligent electronics devices. These are the very important components using metering as well as control. Then also in vehicle to grid system we have to require battery system, also require charging station and discharging station, and also require time management for power. Now this is the whole requirements used for vehicle to grid system. Then also requirements for implementation of vehicle to grid system and vehicle to home system, in which we have to require power connection for electrical energy, and this electrical energy flow from vehicle to grid. That means vehicle to grid system, okay, then vehicle to home system. Then also require control logical connection between vehicle to grid system and vehicle to home system. Also require grid operator. Then in which we have to need to determine capacity of the power flow using vehicle to grid system. Also require smart meter controlling for the implementation of vehicle to grid system and vehicle to home system. Now these are the very important requirement useful for the implementation of vehicle to grid system and vehicle to home system. Okay, now this is the charging station, and in which we have to use solar panel. Okay, now this is the solar panel, and this solar panel convert solar energy into electrical energy in the form of DC, and this is the inverter, and also in which we have to use battery, but the main function of inverter is convert DC to AC, and this AC supply is given to the battery, but also in vehicle we have to require converter, and this converter convert AC to DC, and then finally battery charging with the help of DC supply in vehicle. Now this is the grid to vehicle system. Now this is called as grid to vehicle system, and also called as vehicle to grid system. Now this is the exact charging station of the vehicle to grid system, and it is also called as grid to vehicle system. With the help of renewable energy sources like solar panel, it converts solar energy into electrical energy in the form of DC. Now this is the exact concept of vehicle to grid system and grid to vehicle system. Also, this is the first electric vehicles developed in USA, and this is the exact concept of vehicle to grid system, and this is the trial project developed in 2019 in USA with the help of electric vehicle charging concept, and this charging concept is called as vehicle to grid connected system. That means this is the vehicle is connected to the grid system. Okay, and also this grid is connected to the solar panel. Now this is the exact concept of vehicle to grid system. Okay, now we can stop here.